It's so good to see you today. Oh my gosh, how is everyone feeling today? We are living in such a crazy world, such a crazy time. And I wanted to have a special conversation with you today with the incredible Christopher Kai, a dear colleague and friend, and just kind of check in with you and see where you're at. So if you're here, say hello in the comments. We'd love to see who's here and check in with you. And we know that life is in session, right? This is something all the time, kind of the energy that's happening in the world right now reminds me of when the pandemic started and everyone was like, oh my gosh, is now a time to really be focusing on me? And Christopher and I want to talk to you guys about that today. And Christopher, let's first tell them how we met. So welcome and hello.
Hey, Heather, it's always great talking to you. Again, for those of you who might know you, I speak all around the world. I wrote a book about networking with billionaires and executives. Heather and I have a colleague named Shelly Jorgensen. She's amazing. She essentially was a local celebrity in Idaho, decided to create a global brand. So she ended up having a mastermind at a castle in Ireland on a 900-acre estate. And she invited me as keynote speaker. And Heather was also speaking there as well. So Heather and I have known each other for over 2 years. And we're just blessed to be able to help people and serve people. But as Heather said, we're going through a time right now in the world where there's this war going on, or if there's not a war, there's a pandemic. But at the end of the day, we're here to serve and help people. And so whatever is going on in the news and the trend lines, I know we're here to help and support people. Heather mentioned a number of her clients are helping out with this thing going on in Ukraine. But really, the way we best serve is through our businesses. It's what I always say, that entrepreneurship is our platform, education is really our purpose. So Heather and I are just grateful to be here, to acknowledge what's going on, see how we can help, but really to talk about, well, what can we really do as business owners? What can we really do as entrepreneurs? To really, the event that we have, it's called the Breakthrough Visibility, where we really want to help you break through the noise so that we can help more people by creating a platform of service and of support.
Absolutely. And that's where I think, I think back to an interview I had on my podcast with Marianne Williamson, and she was running for president at the time. And I asked her why she was doing that. And she said, I believe that our world is like a living organism, and the people on it, we're all like the cells, and we all have a role to play. And, if we're dimming our light, if we're not shining and doing our thing that we're here to do in this short time that we're actually on this planet, we're actually doing a disservice to those people who are out there that need our help and looking for us. So, an example is one of my clients, Katarina Morhakova. She's on the ground in Prague. She's been helping refugees. There's women, there's children, there's families that are very distressed right now. And she's using her social media to bring awareness to what's going on and her voice to inspire and create change. And we all have that ability to do that. So really, it's about, what are you taking a stand for? What do you believe in? What are you here to share with your special talents and gifts? And that's what I would say Christopher and I have, our wheelhouse, our genius zones are helping people get those messages out into the world. So Christopher, let's just give the example. I mean, you saw I was doing my visibility parties. We hadn't talked in a little bit, and it was like, oh yeah, let's do something together, right? So that's why I always say, hey, this visibility stuff works. I practice what I teach. When you put yourself out there, incredible things happen. So you approached me, and what are we going to do on April 9th now?
Yeah, so it's called the Breakthrough Visibility, where, as Heather knows, I've been speaking all around the world, but more importantly, I've helped over 200 entrepreneurs become global speakers. And the reason why that's important is because if you Google yourself, which all your clients will do, you're either going to be invisible, visible, and expert. Experts get paid, those that don't get paid. So if you look at this stage behind me, that was across 4 days. There were 12,000 people. Richard Branson has spoken there. Steve Wozniak from Apple has spoken there. So Heather and I, since she is a visibility expert and a PR expert, she's worked with celebrities all around the world, and I have spoken on stages with celebrities all around the world. We decided to join forces together for the first time, where again, whether you're building visibility for Ukraine for a nonprofit cause, or I built a homeless youth program in the largest shelter in the country where we help and mentor homeless kids, or in the business world, we can all play different roles. So Heather and I decided, with all this stuff going on, why don't we come together to really help people build their businesses that are strong, with a strong foundation, so they can really help more people, whether in Ukraine, whether for the pandemic or for the homeless kids that I work with. But the whole point is, Heather and I want to really help you have that breakthrough visibility. Why don't you share with us, Heather, how powerful it is when you actually are a celebrity? I know you work with many celebrities, but when you're a stage speaker, when you're on this platform, you immediately become that first-class credibility speaker where you don't have to worry about credibility. So Heather, I really want you to share with our listeners and viewers, when you see those celebrities, when you work with them, what is the power of that celebrity brand that you've seen firsthand? Will you actually help them build a celebrity?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's really when you're getting to that visible visionary status where you are just pervasive out there in the zeitgeist. Like people know who you are. You're a household name in your industry or niche. And yeah, obviously there are a lot of people I've worked with, superstars, rock stars, mega stars. Across the line. I've also worked with a lot of unknown underdogs, and I know the journey that it takes to get there. And that's one of the biggest mistakes people, I see a lot of the time that people are making in their business or their career. This is speaking to the creatives in the room here too, is forgetting that it takes that strategy and that PR plan of being visible over a long period of time to become that known person, right? That is, the thing that I'm trying to shift in people's mindsets out there. You don't do the visibility and the PR once you're there, you do it to get there. So yeah, it's an incredible journey. And I just love watching the people who are in my community, like they step into their power, their gifts, their voice, their strength. It's just a beautiful journey to see. And we're just going to really dive deep on April 9th. You'll have both of us there supporting you, working, together with some done with you activities to truly get you to that next chapter that you're trying to get to in your own visibility journey. So we have the information here in the post. We do have an early bird ticket, so we only have a few of those left. Please grab it. You can come in person or virtually for just the $97 early bird price right now. And it's April 9th, Saturday in Santa Monica. So if you can be here, even better in person, but we also do have a virtual option as well. And as always, I'll put the links to the Ukraine nonprofits that we're supporting right now. So we'll make sure that you have those links as well. If there is something you feel like you can do or want to do, we just want to give you the resources so you know how to help and, feel empowered in this process, because it can be very helpless feeling knowing there's so much craziness happening in the world. And what can I, just one person, do about it? Well, use your platforms, share, use your voice, talk about what's important to you. And that's the whole point of getting visible. Any last thoughts today, Christopher, before we wrap up?
Yeah. No, but Heather, here's the blunt reality, unfortunately, right? I always tell all of my clients who have the best hearts, have the best intention, the best story, but if you can't hook them in, if you can't catch their attention, it won't matter how inspiring you are. So what Heather and I are going to do is really help you create this platform, online or offline, raise that visibility as a speaker or a visibility expert so that you can actually share your story with the world. Because if you don't do that, again, your client, your business partner, your colleagues, they're all going to Google you. And if you don't pop up, it doesn't matter how inspiring your story is. I've seen this over and over again, Heather, and it really hurts me because they have this amazing story, this amazing gift, but if without the visibility, without that breakthrough visibility strategies that we're going to give to them step by step, unfortunately, their story dies within them. And I don't want that to happen. Obviously, Heather, you don't want that to happen too. So make sure you join us for this one-day phenomenal opportunity where step by step, how they're going to walk you through what we've learned over decades and how to become a speaker to gain visibility, how you understand some of these PR strategies to really elevate your game. Because if you don't do this, you're not going to be as successful as you want to be. You're not going to have the clients you want to have. You're not going to make the money you want to have. And most importantly, you're not going to make the impact that Heather and I want to help you build in this world, because we need this now more than ever.
Beautiful. Thank you, Christopher. That was so well said. +1 to all of that. And yes, come out. You're going to get over 40 years of our combined experience, 40 years plus. I think we might even be underestimating, but like in one day, in just one day. And we're so excited to do this for the first time ever. And I'm thrilled. My first live co-hosted event, and I'm honored Christopher asked me to do this with him. So go ahead, click that link, get the info, and just have a beautiful day. Just remember that the world is waiting for your message, and we're here to support you. Have a great day, everyone.
Yep. Bye, everyone.
Mwah. Bye.